I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, hello, and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Happy Monday. Bird just came crawling into the studio here. I thought his back was going to go during the live show on Saturday in Boca, but apparently it was going to go during the regular show on Monday.
On the live show in Boca on Saturday night, the back was feeling great.
Oh, yeah.
It was powered by a very strong banana daiquiri and a few shots of Jameson.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone got me a very large shot.
Uncle Jerry.
Uncle Jerry did.
Yep.
Very kind.
Uncle Jerry got you basically a cup of Jameson.
It was, and at that point, it all turned to shit.
Yeah. And away we went.
I told the Boca Black Box, I'm like, y'all need to call in all of your bartenders because this is a group that drinks. And they were like, we've got it. We've done things before. And I was like, all right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they really hadn't seen anything like it. I talked a little bit to the owner after the show, and he was, I think, very taken aback and surprised and impressed. And he's like, hey, he tried to get me to commit to doing a live show there quarterly.
That'd be a no.
I was like, well, we'll talk about it. I said, I love the venue. The screen was awesome. It's a good location. It's, a little bit Boca West, which is a nice spot, for us. So, yeah, I could see us doing a show here again. But yeah, we're
not quarterly.
No. Well, I mean, again, we just really want to try to move this thing around as much as we can. And we're scouting out venues and places that have all the acceptable things that you need to do a show in. And, but it definitely is a place that would work. So, we got a place we know we could do in West Palm. We got that, but we got, several other venues all over the place. We want to get further south and then way further north and, all over. Every place in between.
Every place.
Mm-hmm. But it was fun. We do thank everybody that came out because really great crowd, really great energy. They were a lot of fun.
They were, man.
Mm-hmm. Everybody came vibing. Yeah. Everybody came ready to party.
Yeah.
I love that.
Mm-hmm. So I was there. But, hey, with every show, I think each one has gotten better. And so here we are. We've done 3 of these now. And each time we do, I think we learn some new lessons. And so it's getting there. So for the people that have kind of gone through the first 3, just know that if you've not seen one yet, hopefully by the time we get it to you, it's going to be even better than the last one we had. If you want to go see the live show we just did on Saturday, it's already posted up on our YouTube page.
Yeah, it's awesome. It was sold out.
Yeah,
yay.
Absolutely. So thanks to everybody for that. Abby said, I heard you guys talking about adding drunk girl trivia to your live show, but have you thought about doing high girl trivia? Sounds chiller and risk-free. Yeah, who knows? I mean, it's just about, finding, it's all about the contestant.
It really is.
Yeah, with that one. So, we'll see. And we'd have to figure out how to adapt it. Because doing it live, when you're in the moment, sometimes you realize, okay, it's kind of hard, or that doesn't work, or there's a lot of those little elements.
You got to be able to change on the fly.
In the moment, realization sometimes can be a horrifying thing. Like, oh boy, it's going down.
Well, because the problem that you need with that, and the thing that's great is when you have it pre-recorded. And that might be how you have to do it, because imagine if you had a drunk girl there and you ask her a question that somebody in the crowd yells something, and then she's like, and then she says the right answer, and then you're like, because you got to ask the crowd, do you think she's going to get? So it's just, I think it would be tough. I think what you'd have to do is have it pre-recorded, but we could work on that, and high could work as well. We'll see.
It was fun when you did the 2-second tune with the 70s songs.
Yeah, that was
fun.
That was a fun bit. Yeah, Bird did great.
Yeah,
he crushed it. So they did very well. Yeah, so we'll keep trying new bits, and each time you do it, you're like, oh, okay, we could have done a little bit better that way. So it was fun, really good time. Got Caitlin sending this in. She said, guys, would you bring back the game Hit the Post? I think it's hilarious. But maybe to make it more fair, since Kevin and Virginia have more DJ experience, you can give them more challenges, like not being able to see the clock or requiring them to incorporate a ridiculous word as naturally as possible, or rhyming or something along those lines.
I do like that. That's fun. Hit the post with a little twist in there. That'd be
Yeah.
fun.
Mm-hmm.
I do love that.
Yeah. So we could work on that. Yeah, I mean, we'll probably each live show try something a little bit different, and that's something we can do on the regular show too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So we also have a ton of clips. If you don't feel like watching the entire, it was like an hour and 20-minute long, show, then you got a lot of clips all over our Instagram and all the other social media platforms.
It flew by.
Did. Yeah, it went fast. It was a lot of fun.
Time flies when you're drunk as a skunk.
Yeah, imagine that, huh?
I agree, Tim.
Singing, partying, dancing,
It was fun.
twerking.
Just Monday is just a little rough.
Monday is Mondaying.
It is. It was so hard.
Andy said, yeah, I heard you guys talking up the Netflix movie The Hitman last week, and I can't understand why. It was a big mess. It started out pretty funny with the banter between the van cops and Glenn Powell's killer impressions, but then it got weird with the super long sex scenes and the female protagonist being so sketchy and seeming like she was setting him up to either kill her husband or take the fall for it. On paper, the concept of fake hitman has to cover up a real crime and ends up actually killing someone is a great dark comedy premise, but the execution was very poor and felt like something that would have gone direct to DVD if it came out 10 years ago. I can suspend disbelief for movies, but this one just had too many issues for me to ignore. What did you guys like about it? I like the chemistry between them. I thought it was good. I thought they were very likable. Anymore, I don't think movies do that very well. I don't think a lot of times they have likable characters, and the chemistry I think is usually pretty bunk, and so I like that.
I like that Glenn Powell too.
Yes.
He's just a interesting guy, and I like the character that he played. That character is actually based on a real guy. Gary Johnson is his name. Look him up.
Yeah.
He was a real person that did a lot of that, short of the murder. He didn't murder anybody.
Yeah. Plus, I was just kind of in the mood for it. I just, to me, I thought it was a light little goofy run. So
It was exactly that, light and goofy and fun. Mm-hmm. It's not a cinematic masterpiece.
Yeah. So I kind of like that. So, and then I had watched the other movie that he was in with Sydney Sweeney. Is that right? Is that her name?
Anyone But You.
Anyone But You. And that was okay too. I liked it on the same thing. Angie said it's Glenn Powell. I feel like he only makes mediocre movies.
Top Gun 2.
Top Gun Maverick. I thought that was a very solid movie. And I mean, not that he made it. He was in it. But, yeah.
I don't remember him in that movie.
Magnolia just kept saying over and over. That's why all her and her girlfriends went to go see it multiple times, was for him.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I thought it was good. It was watchable enough. But, hey, that's just it. Not everybody's going to like the same things. That's why I lightly tell you things that I like, because I know that there's going to be a lot more people that will not, and they'll be like, what the fuck? It's like,
totally
I'll tell you, it's not a cinematic masterpiece, but I enjoy the ride. I still do. So, and that's why I liked it.
You can't say you like shit.
Yeah.
People, you like that bullshit?
I didn't like that Ryan Reynolds If movie. That was bullshit.
Okay.
It was dumb.
Do you like Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah. I don't got a problem with him as a human. I mean, I don't know him, but...
Do you remember Top Gun Maverick well enough to know who Hangman was, Jbird? Canadian Bacon was saying that's who Glenn Powell played in that movie.
I do not know.
I didn't think you would, yeah. But
I will go back and watch that again.
yeah, if you see that, that's him. So there you go.
I saw it in the theater. It was good in the theater.
I saw it a
'cause
couple times, I thought.
Mag saw it 3 times. I saw it once in the theater. Right? Or twice? I don't remember.
I don't know. It's all bleeding together, dog.
I did see a couple people mentioning House of the Dragon. The season 2 premiere started on HBO last night.
I hear it's good.
Yeah, I do too. I still have my mixed feelings after spending so many seasons on the original Game of Thrones and then not liking how they wrapped up the final season. I'm still a little torn on this, and I'm not ready to jump in yet And I don't know when I will be honest with you. I really kind of want to make sure this thing's all finished. And if somebody's like, oh my gosh, it was so good from beginning to end, then maybe one day I'll get into it and love it and watch it. I don't know, though. I got really burned out on the dragon stuff, too.
It's a big commitment.
By the end of it, I was just like, all right, enough of this, whatever this is.
Dragons are extra.
I love dragons. I'm a big dragon fan. You guys know that about me.
I don't like dragons.
It did get a little weird with the dragons towards the end.
Okay. Somebody recommended to me The Bear. That gets going next week, June 27th. That drops. That's on Hulu. And I think it's one of the few platforms I don't have.
Oh, it's got that Willy Wonka dude in it. The guy
Who's
that played
that?
Wonka.
Timothy Chalamet.
And which one?
In The Bear.
Oh, he's in that too?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was in that.
I think that's him. Oh, fuck. Am I getting this wrong? I might have gotten it. I don't think I.
Yeah, I thought it was that dude from Shameless.
That's not Wonka?
Nope.
Gosh, Bird, you gotta go to bed, man. Huh, he looks like Wonka to me. No?
He looks more like Gene Wilder Wonka.
He looks
than-
like Gene Wilder.
Yeah. You think
Are
Gene
you
Wilder's
okay?
still that young?
You do have to watch the Gene Wilder special on Netflix.
It's
Yeah,
good.
people are saying that.
People are saying it's great. I haven't seen it because I'm not a big Gene Wilder fan.
Yeah, I hear you. I get it.
But you love him,
I do.
so you should watch it.
Somebody said The Bear is on FX. I think I do get that. But the only thing is, I wonder if I could get it on demand. If I could, yeah, that's one I do want to watch. Coming up here. Let me see. Other stuff. Jennifer said, what TV shows do you miss and still enjoy when you come across them? She said, mine would be Psych and Monk.
Denny's loves Monk. He's got him on DVD.
My dad loved it, and I remember it being okay. It was kind of a clever show because the guy was so bumbling as a detective, but then at the end he almost looked like he'd fumble his way through and be like, so if that happened and this happened, it was just smart how he put it together. He'd fool everybody. Everybody thought he was a dumbass and didn't know what he was talking about. And then he fooled them, Virginia, at the end. They couldn't believe it.
Boom.
Boom.
The dumb guy got him.
Are you talking about Jbird? Sorry.
Fuck you, Virginia.
I deserve that. Fuck you.
Karen had said Kevin is underestimating artificial intelligence. She said when you guys were talking about existential threats to humanity last week, Kevin said he wasn't impressed by AI so far. And I'd agree. If it stayed the way it is right now, it's pretty benign. But the problem with AI is that it's improving itself. That's what AI does at an exponential rate. So think about how much it has improved in the last 2 years as far as imitating people and voices, creating songs, writing stories, and programming. It will improve that much again, but this time it'll only take 1 year. Then it will improve that much again in only 6 months, then again in 3. So, anyway.
Until
And that's why
checkmate.
Elon
It kills
Musk has
you.
said, yeah, AI will probably be smarter than any single human next year. By 2029, AI is probably smarter than all humans combined.
Oh yeah, we're fucked.
Okay, then add robotics into the mix.
If they are able to be smarter than us, and then they are physically superior to us, that'd be an issue.
Yeah, you put the AI in some of those. If you've seen that robot dog, that thing's terrifying.
Imagine that, but you've got humans now. That
And it feels like it's programmed to eliminate humans.
Yes, exactly.
It's got the machine guns on it and shoots fire. And
It looks like a soldier.
They had one of those robot dogs at the fair, and that thing was just dancing around and just
I'm
wild.
gonna look that robot dog.
Robot dog.
Yeah, I want to see because they are getting better.
yeah, that.
Holy crap! Look at that. Look how creepy that is.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Yeah, the way they
horrifying.
run, it does. It looks like a sci-fi
It looks like AI. It
type
looks like
of
it's
thing
not
that
real.
would kill you. Yeah, the way it moves its feet and just that
Oh my gosh.
horrific pattern that sits up like that, and then it is that is crazy.
Murder.
Think about making a 10-foot whatever as a robot that's smart, that's strong,
Yeah,
can fight better than you,
Horrifying.
can fuck better than you.
yeah. I mean, it look. Yeah,
I mean, Today, I don't think you're fucking that great. The robot dog could definitely fuck better than you today. You can't even walk.
That robot dog is way better of a fucker than I am.
She said, the extinction of the human race will come from its inability to comprehend the exponential function. She said, that's what it is. That's what makes AI so dangerous. She said, I'll leave you with this quote, one by Edward Teller, the inventor of the H-bomb, predicted over 60 years ago that, yes, it's the inability to comprehend the exponential function that will be the extinction of the human race. So there you have it. Okay.
Happy Monday.
There you go.
Certainly isn't very inspiring.
Well, just think about if you're walking down the street and someone released 1,000 of those dogs at you, and their only purpose was to fuck you up.
You're done.
Good luck with that shit.
Yeah.
You are done.
Yeah, I could see that being a sci-fi movie plot where there's somebody that's sent back like a Terminator. Somebody from the future is sent back and they run into one of those robot dogs, not realizing it's yet fully, and they're terrified of it. Because they know what they do to humans in the future, and they just, I mean, you think about something you're freaked out about now in life that you're like, oh my gosh, that thing would take me out. And if you went to another place where it was benign, but you didn't know, you'd probably be freaking the hell out, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Totally.
Well, the whole concept of Terminator is something we believe now. Terminator can come true. Robots
It's not
are
so
going.
sci-fi.
No, it's not.
No. How quickly it happened. So Jessica's got an email here about flood insurance, which after all the flooding that went down last week, and what was it? I had that stat. It's like 80 or 90% of Floridians don't have it. Which is kind of a crazy number.
Because you have to pay extra for
Yeah.
it. It doesn't come with your homeowner's insurance.
Well, yeah, and I guess, here's the thing. It's crazy, though. Like, I didn't get it because I'm not considered to be in one of those floodplains that they have. Looked at that, I'm like, oh, thank goodness. But the way things are changing and how much more rain we're getting, yeah, I'd seen over the weekend that a big part of the problem that people, aren't taking into consideration necessarily unless you know, not only are we getting more rain, I think they said over the last 100 years it's increased by an inch per year, something like that, in the average total rainfall on average. What is happening with that is it's the water table underneath the ground is becoming higher because you're having seas rise. So what that's doing, the water table is now higher and closer to the surface. So it's almost like when it rains, you have water coming from both directions now.
Oh, damn.
Because it's coming out of the ground as it is coming down from the sky. And there's nowhere for it to go. You ever seen the king tides? It's a beautiful Saturday and a street is flooded and you're like, why the hell is this happening? It's those king tides and it's coming up through the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's scary.
That's a problem, yeah. So Jessica said, huge fan, been listening a long time. I don't normally write about hearing Virginia talk about anything that's wrong, but when she was talking about flood insurance, I had to jump in on this. I'm an independent insurance agent that is with a great reputable firm, and Virginia had mentioned that she was not, she's being offered or able to purchase flood insurance because her house was too high risk. And she said that actually every home in Florida qualifies for flood insurance, even the ones right on the beach. As agents, we struggle to convince people to take flood insurance since many don't see it as a risk until it's too late and don't understand flood is not included in a homeowner's insurance policy and will not be covered under hurricane damage, often leaving people devastated after a flood event. She said, I actually worked up a flood quote for Virginia for her own home. Not to be a creeper, but if you want it, here it is.
I believe everything you said.
So there you go. So I guess every home can get the flood
It just
insurance.
costs a lot extra.
Yeah.
And so I think some people just sit there and they're like, oh gosh, can I afford this? I mean, I think it was multiple thousands of dollars to add on to mine per year.
Sorry, y'all, I got a little distracted. Robots running and jogging and sprinting came up on my feed, and we're doomed.
You better hope that nobody turns them against you.
No shit. You're not going to believe this video, Kev. I'll send it to you later, but this robot's sprinting, and it's just, I don't see how we're going to be able to beat
If they
this
had a
thing.
mind, they wanted to take us out.
You're done.
You're right. It is curtains.
It's
I
curtains.
get
And
it.
it just takes for the technology to fall into the wrong hands. And then you have some diabolical guy sitting behind a computer programmed all these dogs to attack Jbird. He's dead.
They got one of this robot boxing. He could pack a fucking punch.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Absolutely. Thought Mike Tyson was bad in his prime. Jennifer said, or sent this in, wasn't able to get tickets to the live show. Maybe next time. Sorry about that, Jennifer. Yes, we'll try to do more live shows. She said, things nobody said in the 1980s all start. I lost my phone. Yeah.
Never.
That's true. That one thing you had to worry about back in the
Because it was
80s.
attached to the wall.
Yeah, I mean, there's tons of stuff from, the cassettes and phone books and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I saw somebody got a phone book the other day. I'm like, I didn't know they still did that.
It's kind of a weird concept when you think about it. It had everyone's address in there,
Yeah.
the phone number. I mean, no wonder motherfuckers getting stalked. That's creepy.
They now call it the murder book.
It really is. I mean, you would just be able to find, oh, this is where Ralston lives at? All right, there's his number. Let's call him and tell him we're in his backyard.
Got him. Mm-hmm. And something else odd about the 80s that Christy sent in. She said, I thought Bird would get a kick out of this picture. This was a school classroom in the 1980s for a Halloween party. Tell me that this isn't completely terrifying.
Oh, my gosh.
It's all the kids sitting there. It was when you had those plastic masks with the rubber band string around the back of it, and you had the plastic covering. I mean, there's Superman and Smurf, and there's a Raggedy Andy, which is the most horrifying thing I've ever seen.
That is horrifying. What,
Imagine walking into that now.
Is that Superman in the front?
Yeah, Superman in the front. I don't know what else you got. Like Captain America, maybe. That's a few of them that are there. I don't know.
Is that Superman as a pervert? He looks, I don't know.
He looks a little waxy.
That ain't my Superman.
Well, it looks like, he's got it looks like a Michael Myers mask with jet black hair on it.
And look at that Smurf. Fuck that. That thing is horrifying, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck that Smurf.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was a weird time because those masks, you couldn't see out of them. You couldn't breathe out of them. The string always broke. Like, everything about those masks was bunk.
And even the body didn't usually match. It was some if it was
Plastic.
I remember I was ET one year, and the top did not match the bottom. It was bizarre. Like ET didn't look like this in the movie.
No. Oh, they're terrible.
Terrible costumes.
I remember what I remember is how hot it was. You would breathe into that mask, and then you would get that condensation.
Yes.
And then you couldn't breathe through it
And your
because
whole face got humidity.
the mouth hole and the nose holes weren't big enough to really get oxygen in there. You're suffocating slowly in that thing as you're trying to go around. It's terrible.
And you're right. I mean, within 10 minutes, that band would break.
Yep.
Yeah.
Every time.
Ed from Jupiter said, hey, I'm wondering if my girlfriend starts spending more time at my place and I give her one of her own heads for my wireless toothbrush, if when she's not here and I tell her that if I missed her that maybe I'd use her toothbrush head because I miss her so much, does that make me weird and creepy? Yeah.
Don't tell her that you're going to do that. Just don't. Because no one wants to share plaque.
I'd be like, what the fuck? Why would you do that?
You would be horrified for
Yeah.
that.
First of all, it's gross. And then second of all, like, what do you think you're getting out of that? You want my plaque?
Dude, don't tell her you want to do that.
Does that make her feel weird that I'm using her toothbrush just because I miss her?
Yes.
Yes, it
bro.
does.
Tuck it in, man. Tuck in that.
Yeah, your feels are too out there. Yeah, you gotta bring that back in.
Look, we all got a little bit of crazy in us. Just tuck it in.
You just have a little more.
I would not tell her that.
No.
I'd hold on to your heart on that one.
When you're ready to break up with her, then tell her that.
Well, it's kind of a dicky move. If you're using someone's toothbrush and they don't know about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be cool. I wouldn't be touched. I'd be like, the fuck's wrong with you?
Exactly.
Stop it.
Yeah, I would be like, yeah, I mean, you want to do makeup or break? That might be that's where I'm like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
You never know when someone's. I said the other day, don't fuck lava.
Yeah.
Remember I said that?
Oh, yeah, I did. Oh, yeah.
So wise.
Don't fuck lava. It's hot.
There are a couple of interesting, weird, odd relationship things going on. I did not realize that Bill Belichick, the former head coach of the New England Patriots, who is 72 years old, was dating a 24-year-old former cheerleader. Did you have any idea that he has 48 years age difference between him and his girlfriend?
This broke last week, and people really started talking about it last week, and I was like, whoa, hey, that's a big age gap.
The Gronk made a joke about it in the roast to Tom Brady about, high school and combing for his next girlfriend. But yeah, that's the first I'd heard of it. I hadn't seen it. I missed it, but I'm like, wow, that's kind of crazy. And they met 3 years ago on a flight from Boston to Florida. Now, Bill's got a home in Jupiter, so I'm wondering if this Jordan Hudson, if she's a local South Florida girl.
There's no way she's pumped about his balls.
That's just I think of my daughter's friends who are 2 years older and my age now. I'm like, that weirds me out. I can't imagine you tagged 22 more years on me and then took 2 years off. What the hell?
Can Belichick? There's no way he brings the heat, does he?
I don't know.
I mean, he is a winner. So does he?
I think he practices.
And the girl's, she's hot. How could you ever say you're attracted to a 72-year-old man when you're 24?
It's about the money.
It's the money.
Yeah, and the power.
If he was, any regular guy, she would not be laying. That's a big age difference.
Wow. It's everything.
You're probably not talking about much, are you?
Well, and I've seen some 72-year-olds that you're like, okay. I mean, but I mean, I don't think anyone's ever been with Bill Belichick for his looks.
His intensity. He's got a playbook with every sex move out there.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, that's crazy.
Does he smile in the bedroom?
No.
Like, what's his
But
face?
he grunts. I have a feeling he grunts, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's not doing a lot of the work.
I would agree
You
with
don't
that.
think so?
He lets her do
He's
all
a lazy
the work.
lover?
I think he just.
He's old.
He's old. I mean, dude, he's 24 and 72.
Isn't he retired? He's not coaching right now, right? He's probably like, I just want to lay here, baby.
No, I don't think nothing's by choice. They kind of said, yeah, you need to go. So that wasn't his call. Yeah, he's like, I think he's consulting.
GWB in the chat room said, I'm 36 and the dude I'm dating is 50. Not that weird. That's to me, it's way different.
No, it's not even close.
Not even close.
No.
36 and 50 is not.
No.
That's not a big deal.
This is 24 and 70 something.
72.
Major difference.
And you just put the whole picture. You would never, ever, if you saw them walking, put them as a couple. I mean, that
That's
would be
grandpa and his granddaughter.
right. That is. That's not even father-daughter.
It's not.
That really is. That's grandpa. That's like, wow.
Oh, grandpa.
Gosh.
Oh.
And then Giselle, Tom Brady's ex, I guess she's still with the jiu-jitsu instructor. They were walking the dog around their neighborhood in Surfside on Saturday.
Okay.
So that is not over.
We had heard that he got a little peeved that he was the joke of the town because everybody was like, oh.
Yeah. After the Tom Brady roast, there were a couple comments about it, and he's, like the guy that broke up the marriage or whatever, and he didn't like all that. That was at least the word, but apparently they either patched it up or those reports were wrong.
I don't think he broke up the marriage. I think Giselle said, all right, Tom, you're going back to football. I'm going to fuck the jiu-jitsu instructor, and I'm leaving you.
I'm not sure Tom gives a shit.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
He didn't. Obviously, he picked up.
Do you think he'll be able to still get some ass?
I mean, that guy doesn't give a shit.
He's looking better than he ever has.
It's unbelievable. Yeah. I mean, no, that's...
He could get some ass.
Yeah, at 72, if he's banging a 24-year-old, I'd be like, yeah, okay.
It's the goat.
Yeah. I get that. Belichick, no. Tom Brady, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I believe that. And you saw Rory McIlroy and his wife got back together?
Yes, we talked about that tail end of last week.
The thing that was kind of crazy about it is, he hasn't won a major tournament in 10 years, I think it is. And he did well because he dropped the divorce papers on her, And I think he won a smaller tournament. He's really trying to get back in and win this, and he's doing everything he can. He was right there at the U.S. Open, and he was on hole, I think, like 16, something like that. And I think he bogeyed 17 and 18, and then he saw DeChambeau come back and hit the freaking shot of his life and freaking lose by 1 stroke.
Oh, it's tough.
They said he just got right up, head down, and just sulked right out. Because, again, it was just so close, man.
Those are the worst kind of losses. And I think any kind of competition, when you are just a pubic hair away from winning and you lose it in that final moment.
So he came in second.
Yep. Still
Got paid.
Oh yeah, but that's not it. I mean, the knock on him, he can't play any tournament now. That's like the whole headline. It's the stat they always put up. Rory McIlroy has not won a major in 10 years. And it's just,
Yeah, that
he's the best of the secondhand golfers.
For an athlete, it's haunting. It's kind of like
it's in his head.
I mean, I don't have to tell you, you're a big Rocky fan, Virginia, but when Apollo Creed didn't really think he beat Rocky, that tore him up.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's the pride and the ego and all those kind of things that you need. Yeah, he's like in his own head now. He's just got to be saying, I'm never going to win another major. I'm done.
And that's what they do too. The reporters, they're going to bring that up every single time. So he's not won in 10 years.
That's
it
all they
starts
say.
to become your identity.
All they say about him. It is. It's his whole identity.
Damn. Y'all gonna break this man.
Yeah, I mean, I just thinking that and the relationship roller coaster he's on right now too.
Well, you know what they say: you drive for show, you putt for dough. Is this thing on, guys?
What?
That's a saying in golf. You drive for show, you putt for dough, and it sounds like he wasn't able to putt. He wasn't able to bring it to the hole.
Yeah, he did not bring it to the hole. So, I don't know. We shall see.
You get paid. Never mind. Don't explain it.
I still don't get it.
You know what? I don't even know.
I'm actually trying.
I can't even explain it. It won't go well.
You going to be gambling on the Florida Panthers game tomorrow night, Bird?
Probably not.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's just a one-off. You picked up $50.
Well, you guys are talking so much about betting. I wanted a little taste of the action.
Okay.
I like being a part of it.
You got right in and you bet against the Panthers and you won.
On accident. I had my butt. That's how I like to bet sometimes, is let him take the money, make the bet, and I go, all right, man, I trust you. You do it. Blah, blah, blah. And he's done right by me. I've known him for a long, long time. I've won some money with him.
What does he think about tomorrow's game?
I'll ask him. I'll get you a little insider's tip.
I'm curious how much my husband lost, because I know he was really excited on Saturday night to watch the game. And he was, when I went to bed, I think it was like 5-1.
Panthers play at home tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah, it's at home. So it is in Sunrise, which is great. But, yeah, there was just a couple things that went on here. Some people are thinking that maybe the show is responsible, that we jinxed the Panthers, because Virginia started off the live show singing "Oh Canada" after she was just swooning about how much she loves their national anthem. And then we find out today that Jbird has been betting against the Panthers, and then when he does, they not only lose, they lose 8-1.
Oh. I didn't bet against them. My buddy did.
Yeah,
you and I are
with
trying
your
to take
money.
out the Panthers.
It was my money. You're right.
Yeah, with Jbird's money. So I don't know who's more responsible for the Panthers losing on Saturday, Virginia or Jbird.
Shit. I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah.
But didn't you want it at home? This is good.
It could be, but the whole problem is when you lose 8-1, it's like the Oilers players, what you expected they could do, they did. And have you now awoken a sleeping giant? That's the one thing. I mean, the Panthers got their dick kicked in, and they just removed the goalie because they're like, all right, we're just getting destroyed, so let's just not even try for the rest of this game. And it was pretty early on. I couldn't even believe it. I'm like, it was early in the second period. The game was over. Right now, 63% think Virginia's to blame.
See, I mean, you did.
I predicted this would happen.
Okay.
I'm like, people are going to think that I'm a big Oilers fan and I'm anti-Panther.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you nailed the national anthem.
But it is weird. We're not Canadian.
The whole thing was weird.
if the Panthers lose tomorrow night, now that's where it gets tough. I mean, that's kind of like an oh fuck, because the way it goes, the tail end of it, keep in mind, there's no two further cities away then Sunrise and Edmonton. And what it does for the rest of it, you have to, where you went 2 in each place, now you're going to ping pong back and forth. So the next game will be in Sunrise. If the Panthers lose again, they'll have to go back to Edmonton and try to play there. So you got to shake off that jet lag and then try to win it in Edmonton in Game 6. And if you lose there, now you're coming back to Sunrise, where you're like, holy crap, we let these motherfuckers back in. It's tied 3-3.
Dang.
And could you imagine if you choked it in Sunrise
Oh.
in Game 7?
In Game 7. That would be rough. That would be, and Virginia's got an answer to that.
That'd be the ultimate pain, that you're up 3-0 and then you choke it away and on your home ice.
Remember that's what happened with the Yankees? They were up 3-0 against the Red Sox,
right.
and they came back
That was crazy.
and won
Good Lord,
4
let's
in a
hope that
row
didn't
to win
happen.
the whole thing.
Dang.
Yeah. Okay.
But Cat's got this.
That's right. Okay, hopefully tomorrow. So nobody sing the Canadian national anthem. Nobody put any bets accidentally against the Panthers on this show.
Virginia's looking nervous.
We don't need this heat.
I knew this was going to happen.
Yep.
I knew somehow I was going to be blamed.
All right, y'all. Have a great Monday. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Goodbye.